I'm Hart. I run Picster Books and we do development for the deaf community in South Africa. Our focus is really on improving literacy levels. So we developed the first South African sign language apps available here. And I really have a passion for working with people with disability, and obviously Apple is the only tool for people with disability, according to me. So yeah, I'm a bit of the accessibility expert here in Joburg for our VADs. And, I've done some development for a local deaf school here in South Africa. I did some development work for McGraw-Hill Education and Kane Miller under the EDC in the States. Created interactive books from previously printed books. So that's where my background is from. I'm really big into graphic design more than development, but the development kind of just happened, and so now I do both. But with this work in mind, I started looking at our South African community and looking at the deaf community and the literacy levels there, and I thought that there was a way that we could marry my skills with trying to find a solution for deaf kids here in South Africa, and that's how the iDeaf project was born. So we identified that deaf children generally has up to a 2-year deficit in their language if you compare them to hearing children. There's a big language gap between hearing people and deaf people, and with the iPad it made it so easy because we could bridge that language gap, because we didn't have to teach the kids how to use the iPad. They could really just explore and find their way around the device. So for us, it was a natural choice. Here in South Africa, Apple doesn't have such a big footprint, and it took quite a lot of convincing for the school to go with the iPad. But I just felt really strongly that, obviously Apple is a very stable platform to develop for, and because there's budget constraints, we really had to look at something that could provide longevity for the product. So we chose to develop for iPad only, and we created apps that work on visual learning so that we could show the deaf children every single aspect that they need to learn a word. And we combined animation with sign language video with audio for some of the hard of hearing children or children who's got hearing aids or cochlear implants, as well as text plus finger spelling. So we really combined every single aspect that they needed into these apps so that we could increase their literacy levels. Initially, we developed the apps for grade 4 and 5s. It's now actually being used for the preschoolers, which is grade R, the grade before grade 1. So we've increased the reading levels from 2011 to 2014, from aiming for grade 4s and 5s to now working with grade Rs, which is a fantastic win for us. In 2013, I wrote a paper for the IDC in New York, and I co-wrote actually, and I went and presented in New York, and I met up with the VL2 department of Gallaudet University, which is based in Washington, DC, and they're one of 2 deaf universities in the world. And they had launched their first app at the same time that I was busy doing this, and we didn't know of each other's projects, but we came up with the same solution, and this was deaf lecturers and deaf developers and deaf graphic designers coming up with a solution for deaf kids in the States. And we were a very, very small team developing on this side, and not really having that much of the deaf culture and deaf community to work with, and we came up with the same solution. So in that sense, I'm really excited about what we created, because it means that we really hit the project or the problem on the nail. So I'm really excited. I got invited by Apple to come speak at the Accessibility Summit in Berlin in November of 2014. For us, obviously, that was fantastic, because South Africa generally doesn't come up on the radar for the work that we do. And I shared the stage with presenters from India, the Czech Republic, Madrid, Italy as well. So it was really exciting to see what other people were doing, but also to see that our project was recognized in the same light. I'll be coming over to the States in March to South by Southwest Edu. We'll also be presenting at Panel Pickers. our project. So I'm really excited for that.